What's up, big guy? Hey, how's everyone doing today? I am doing outstanding. Well, I won't say exactly outstanding. I'm alive. It's all that matters. I'm exhausted. Very hot. Tired. I think it means the same thing as exhausted, but earlier I posted a picture of me, what I look like today versus what I look like. I think that picture was maybe 5-6 years ago. It's been one hell of a journey. I lost a crap load of weight, but it's taking a lot of dedication, and that means working out every single day, cutting down on my alcohol consumption. It was at almost the point where I was using alcohol 2-3 beers a night just as a sleep aid. Not a lot, but I mean, it adds up over time. Alcohol really screws with your metabolism, and it's not good for your liver. A lot of carbs, it's fattening, it's not good for you. So I rarely drink now. But I mean, I had to do a lot of things. I don't really, I've mentioned 100 times, I really don't have that good of a diet because of my job. I mean, I could have a better diet than what I do, but I just don't have the time to prep food for the week, and nor do I want to carry food with me all over the country and all over the world. It's not something I want to do. There is guys at my job that do it. I mean, I'm sure if I started, I'd get addicted to it because I got a very addictive personality. That's why I'm so happy that I was able to slow down on my drinking, because my whole family has a very addictive personalities. So I'm sure if I'm starting meal prepping and I pushed myself, I would probably get addicted to it, and that'd just be another bag that I got to carry with me. I mean, I carry right now everything on my back. I don't have luggage. I carry a backpack, and it usually weighs between 60 to 75 pounds depending on how many days stay I'm out and about. So I mean, that'd be just another bag that I'd have to carry with me that would have at least 3 to 4 meals in it. I ain't gonna do it. So my diet is okay. I try to stay away from junk food, but sometimes that's all I could get. And you gotta feed the beast. So, what else? I had a lot of things I wanted to talk today about, but for some reason I forgot.
In order to do like turn up plant.
I think the heat today is literally drawing everything out of my head. Oh, so on my picture, I wrote this little thing about motivation. Find out what your motivation is, and then reminding yourself every day of that purpose, that motivation. Well, what I didn't put down is that some days, no matter how much you remind yourself about that motivation, it just ain't enough. And the reason I'm saying this is because this morning when I got up, I set my alarm for 6. I wanted to be out here by 7:30 before the sun came fully up. That way I could get a few good miles in before it got too hot to run. That didn't happen. Yesterday was leg day, so I really try to, I used to have nice big legs, when I was in the Army. I've lost that over the years because of back problems and knee problems. So I'm really trying to get back my legs, my strength. So on leg day, I really try to kick my own ass, basically. I try to hit every muscle group that I can. I try to do just about every exercise that I can remember. And the next day, which was this morning, I'm usually in a lot of pain. Last night, I stretched a little bit, try to loosen up the lactic acids in the joints, try to burn it off. But this morning when I woke up, when the alarm went off at 6 a.m., no matter how many times I'm motivated, I try to remind myself of my motivation that I had to get up, get out of bed. I had to get up and get moving. I had to get here before the sun came up. That way I could get a good workout in before it got too hot. I couldn't do it. And I quite literally hit the snooze for an hour and 15 minutes. When you lose, basically when you lose that motivation, what got me out of bed is punishment. When I have lost that motivation, or I've worked myself beyond that point where I can no longer motivate myself, then I start punishing myself. The more I think about all the crappy shit I've done in my life to people, stuff that I regret, I punish myself. Wishing that I could have spent more time with my mom before she passed away, I punish myself. Wishing that I didn't have the dreaded Pisher gene, where the shit that goes on in my head comes out of my mouth and it doesn't have a stopper. There's no firewall. So I often say exactly what I think, and it gets me in trouble all the time. My mom was like that. Most of my relatives are like that. That's why I think I have very few friends. It takes a lot to be my friend because I'm a bit of an asshole. I am generally 90% grumpy all the time. And I often say exactly what's on my mind without thinking. And it's not that I purposely do it. I don't. And I often regret 90% of what I say after it comes out of my mouth. It's just that it pops up in my head, comes straight out my mouth. And it's something that I've been trying to fix for years and years and years. And, I've lost friends over it. What can you do? So I punished myself. So what got me out of bed this morning and got me here at Vista View Park, and I didn't do as much as I wanted to because by the time I got out here, it was already 80 freaking degrees. So, but I did get a good workout in. I worked out as long as I could. I had to take longer breaks in between each exercise. I did a 1.25 mile run. Then I did what's called mixed cardio. Some people call it HIIT. You can call it CrossFit. I pulled out all the sandbags. I pulled out the tire out of my, and I do a sprint, and I do about 5 to 6 exercises, and I did that 4 times. I make sure that when I do each exercise, my heart rate gets above 160 beats per minute. And then I rest until I wait till it gets down below 130 beats, and then another exercise. It took a little longer today to do that because it's so hot outside today. Right now I think it's like 87 degrees. I'm just walking here, a normal walk, and my sustained heart rate is 120 beats per minute. Gotta walk. So when you lose that motivation, use punishment. That's what I do. I think about all the crappy shit I've done and I punish myself for it. And by the time I'm done with the workout, I feel really good. All those negative thoughts and feelings are gone. All that crap that's usually in my head, it's gone. And I feel really clear upstairs. And that usually lasts for a while. So yeah, motivation works. Having that picture on your bathroom mirror will get you out of bed, will remind you every day, this is the way I look now. I don't want to look like this in 6 months. I want to look like someone else, okay? Yeah, that's gonna motivate you to go to the gym, to eat better, take better care of yourself, to make sure you get more sleep. But sometimes you need something more than motivation. And I use punishment. A lot of people use other things. And I learned that from basically, it's almost something, Eddie Hall was world's strongest man. He holds the world record for the heaviest deadlift, which was over a half ton, I'm sorry. And if you listen to him talk, he had a psychiatrist that actually helped him out. And one of the motivators that he used when he was doing this, he thought of something really evil and horrible that was happening to his family, and he had to basically use his superhuman strength to save his family. And that motivated him, that image in his head, to be able to lift that half ton. And that's basically what I do. I think about all the crappy shit I did. I get mad at myself and I punish myself for it. That's all I wanted to say. Hey, I'm going to be out, if you're interested, I'm going to be out here again next Saturday.